And it's been, as we expected for the Chicago Bulls, very uneventful. And this is also a co-stream between Chicago Bulls Central and NBA Central. So if you're in either spot, we're going to talk a little bit about the Bulls specifically. We're going to cover the NBA trade deadline overall. So make sure you guys are tuned in with that. Make sure you're subscribed to both channels. But first, we got to get into the intro, though.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
So outside of some unsubstantiated rumors that the Knicks were close to acquiring Zach LaVine, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I literally have said since that rumor came out, it was posturing. Don't believe it. It's nothing to it. And it came true. Like it was nothing to that. And then after the fact, about an hour ago, it came out that they had talks in the early afternoon and nothing came from it. So it is what it is, man. But listen, I told you guys it was going to be nothing done. Now, I will say this, and this did piss me off. The one deal that pissed me off is Bones Highland being traded for 2 second round. AK, look at me here, brother. Look at me here, you Eastern European motherfucker. Let me look at me for a second. Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, Bones Highland literally was everything we needed. And the fact that it got done for 2 second round picks and you motherfucker didn't do that damn trade for 2 second goddamn round picks, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's the type of shit that pisses me off. The Cam Reddish doesn't piss me off. The not getting involved in the KD trade doesn't piss me off. None of that shit pisses me off. You have the chance to add a player with a $2 million contract for 2 second fucking round picks and you don't do it? That is the problem. That's the problem with this front office. Now, that is the only issue I have with this front office. I have been telling you guys for 2 months that the Bulls were not going to do anything substantial at the trade deadline. I've been telling you guys that everybody who's blow it all up, all this shit, it's not going to happen. You guys got be realistic in this, right? And look at the other deals that were done. There were most of these deals were involving first round picks. The Bulls aren't giving up any more first round picks, people. It's not. So the Bulls were always unlikely to do anything at this trade deadline. StevO's coming in the building. What's going on, StevO?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Man. Listen, Bones Highland, bro, went for 2 second round picks. What the fuck is wrong with this team, bro?
And the thing is, I was like, bro, I'm not even that high on him, but like, we could have got that done.
Though. That's what I'm saying.
Got that done.
I would have took that. Some Bulls fans are like, oh, we need Bones Highland. I'm not even of that mindset. But what do you need? You need shooting off the bench. You need that type of thing. To me, for 2 second round picks and a $2 million contract, that's a deal you don't pass up, bro.
I don't know what I don't know, bro. I'm tired of this, bro. Like this is what people get mad at because it looked like you didn't try. You just see trade after trade after trade after trade, and you don't hear nothing about the Bulls. But
the Bulls were one of only 4 teams to not get a first round pick. I mean, to not get a pick in this draft, bro. I mean, in this trade deadline, which is crazy. Crazy, bro.
I don't know what to say no more, bro. I don't know.
Crazy, man.
Like, you just see, bro, when did, like Baki been saying, when did second round picks get this viable?
Bro, I told you, it happens every 5 years. Legit. Go and check. About every 5 years, all of a sudden, second round picks are hugely valuable, and then it will go back off, and people will just start throwing in second round picks in anything, bro.
Like, bro, I was just going down the list of like, bro, we could have used them. We could have used them. We could have made that work. It's just like,
shout out to you. And I know this is we're on Chicago Bulls Central, also on NBA Central. What team to you did the most at the trade deadline? To me, the Lakers, bro. The Lakers. Rob Pelinka literally was like, "Oh, y'all want to fire me? Hold up, I'm about to cook for y'all." Like, I don't like the Lakers. I don't like LeBron, but I can't deny as a basketball fan that Pelinka went out and did everything his team needed this deadline. He did it by far.
Bro, He fixed. They legit.
Yeah.
Like they can make a run.
Oh,
They
they're
can make a
making
run
that.
for
Yeah,
real.
absolutely,
They,
absolutely.
they. I feel like they really built around AD and LeBron better with this roster. Like they
Much
actually
better.
looked at it and they did it correctly. Like that, bro. That's impressive. Like you got to really clap it up for Rob Pelinka for real.
And the fact that they got Mo Bamba too, to where
They
at
snuck that
times
out.
he can play with AD, he can be on the court without AD. And the thing is, he's not the player, the caliber of a player of AD, but he has a similar play style. So you can keep up the same play style now with your second unit and your first unit. Great. Rob Pelinka did his thing today, and I hate as a fan of another team, I hate looking at a team and being like, "Hey man, your GM went out and did every single thing you did." I mean, you needed to.
LA period did their thing today.
Yeah,
LA Clippers
facts.
too. Like
Yeah.
the Clippers did their thing today too, for sure.
Yeah,
Like
Reggie Jackson going to Charlotte for it, like, man. I'm just looking to see what he's doing.
That's kind of foul. I don't know how that's gonna work. Like
I
him
mean,
and Terry is the same type of player.
Yeah, for sure.
I honestly thought as soon as that was dropped, I was looking for Terry where he was going.
Me too. I was looking for his name to say that they did something, but yeah, man. So I know we want to talk about generally. I know we also streaming on Chicago Bulls Central right now. Chicago Bulls. Let's focus the next kind of 5 minutes on the Bulls, and we'll talk about general NBA things. This team right now, with no acquisition at the trade deadline, they're going to monitor the buyout market. Rumors of Russ, John Wall, all that. John Wall going back to Houston. And by the way, shout out to the Clippers for saying, "Hey, return to sender." But
for sure.
How is this now trade deadline? It's passed. The Bulls have done nothing. How does this make you feel for the rest of the season for the Chicago Bulls?
Like I've been feeling. Hey, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta use what you gotta use. Gotta figure out what you got. Because, I mean, of course, we're gonna pay attention to the buyout market, but you still gotta do what you gotta do. You didn't improve, and a lot of people improved around you. So, like, you can only do what you can control is play your best basketball, which we haven't been seeing. So, like, I'm just expecting a inconsistent year. Like, it's just gonna be a year full of inconsistency.
Facts. And I look at it like this. Like, yes. The Bulls have been playing much better over the last 2 months. They're like, I think it's like 13-8 or something like that over the last month and a half or so. But to me, you needed something. You could still, because there are going to be a lot of players. I expect a lot of players after this trade deadline to be bought out and available on that market. But you didn't go out and really try to be aggressive. And that's my biggest thing is that no aggression at all is a problem.
At all. Like, Clippers was really aggressive and didn't have to be. Like, that's what's bothering me. All the teams that didn't really have to be aggressive was aggressive. The contenders, Denver went to go make moves. Like, bro, like everybody made moves. But that's 2 years. I mean, I know it's AK. He did a lot that first 2 years, but like, dog, you can't tell me, you can't sit and tell me you really tried. You really can't. Like, bro, some of these trades I seen today was like, we wasn't in none of that. Like, I didn't hear nothing.
Bro, when AK does his press conference afterwards, I'll tell you what right now what AK is going to say.
Bullshit.
We made some calls and we reviewed the deals that were available to us, and overall, we kind of like what we had here, and we just decided to shut the fuck up, AK, bro. Like, don't talk to me, man.
I kind of like we had a couple talks, but it fell through. We're trying the buyout market, but I preach continuity. Like, bro,
exactly. AK, what are you gonna do about Zach LaVine? Are you worried about Zach LaVine's name and trade rumors? Are you worried about him checking out on the team? It's okay. I massaged Zach LaVine's balls before this press conference. It's okay. Like, it's gonna be some shit like that, bro.
About. That was what I was worried about. I was like, now you know how Zach is. So now he's gonna have an attitude,
bro. He's gonna have attitude. But you know what? It could work in our favor. He could come out tonight and be like, "Oh, you wanted to trade me," and go off, or he can come out tonight and be like, "Oh, you wanted to trade me? I can't. I went 2 for 10. Fuck you, bro." Like
for real. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get tonight. That's the man. You just don't like. If you go, I feel like, to me, if you're gonna put somebody such as a $200 million in a trade topic, you better be ready to trade them. It's like a loaded gun. You better be ready to use it. Like, the situations you just set up could be, bro. You could have just messed up everything. Continuity be damned by now.
Oh yeah,
He just messed it up.
You can't.
Probably.
He better not at this press conference come out and talk about continuity. You can't talk about continuity and let that shit get out, bro. Fuck that continuity shit.
Him up if he say 1 inch
Bro.
of content. If he say content, it's over with.
Don't say any words with C and O in the same word. You got to figure something else out. Like AK, you got to say it in your foreign language at that point, bro. Like we don't want to hear that shit. But all right, let's talk about some stuff around the general NBA, which I know is going to definitely frustrate the fuck out of us. Gary Payton II going back to Golden State Warriors, bro. What do you think about? I love that.
I like it too.
Yeah, I mean, they get rid of Wiseman, a player who they have not. He's just disappointed them, and you bring back a player that was everything you need. You know, there were some talks that they were interested in Caruso at the deadline. That didn't happen, but they add the player back. They give you seamlessly. You don't even. He knows the plays. He knows the system. You ain't got to worry about acclimating him. Nothing like that.
Exactly. Right, come right in, ready to win. Like I liked it because it's like it's almost like I like people that commit that it was wrong. This was my fault. We shouldn't even we should just go ahead and pay you. They know because I get why they got Wiseman, but you got to realize he a certain type of player. You running a certain type of system, it wasn't gonna fit. You need a certain type of center that's gonna run that offense. Well, not run it, but be a part of that offense. So I feel like going back to what won and what worked is smart. Go ahead, take that. If you got to eat some money, oh well.
And then in the process too, they get quite a bit of second round picks in the mix as well.
5, wasn't it? Did I have 5?
which you know, with Golden State is probably the team that drafts the best, other than the Wiseman shit in the NBA. So like them getting some second round picks in most cases, I'd be like, all right, you got some second round picks. The Warriors get second round picks. I'm looking like, oh shit, they finna do something with that, ain't they?
Yep.
Like that's really what it boils down to. The Clippers getting Bones Highland. How do you feel?
And and Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, and Mason Plumlee. Like they're getting. And I like what they did too, because they had the Phoenix made that trade. They knew they had to make something to stay around there. They did that. I like what the Clippers did today as well.
For sure. Like I said, LA won today.
Oh yeah, LA definitely won. Phoenix is second. In that the West is about to be bananas, bro.
You know how we were saying the East is the best?
Not no more. That's over.
No more.
Yeah, that was over with. Like literally, almost all the big names went West. The West is going to be bananas, bro. Like, all right, looking at the other team moves that did not happen. John Collins seems like he's staying in Atlanta.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I kind of seen that happen because it's like I thought he was gonna be, if they was gonna move on, it was gonna be this offseason. They paid them. I feel like once it's kind of hard to pay somebody like that, because like at one point I was interested and I was like, and then you look at that contract. I feel like that's the problem. Everybody's looking at that contract. It's not matching up, so there's like it's kind of hard to move him. But they said they even gonna look past the offseason with him too. So I'm kind of surprised about that though. Yeah,
which is crazy. New Orleans Pelicans get Josh Richardson for Devontae Graham. How do you feel about that one?
That's just one of those aggressive trades. It's not really nothing. It's like
it's kind of like it kind of is what it is there, right? Yeah, like it to me, you need to worry about the fact that Zion's about to be out indefinitely. They don't have no timetable for him, because if he ain't coming back, it don't matter who you trade for, unless you trading for Jesus. So I don't know what's going on there, but they really need to sit down with him, because he really lies the future. Like, bro, I don't think he get it. Like you the guy. Yeah. Like without everything falls off the cliff if he don't work. And at this rate, it's looking bad. So you need to really sit down with him, come out with a plan, and make that work. For sure. Portland, Matisse Thybulle. They acquire Matisse Thybulle right before they send another kind of deal where it's kind of like, all right, you got rid of Gary Payton II, but you got Matisse Thybulle. I look at that kind of being it is what it is.
Yeah, it's almost like we kind of replace a lower value version of him, a bigger version of him, but it's like a meh.
What were some of your other favorite trades from today? Jay Crowder moved like 3 times as well. Like,
bro, I think I really liked that Mason to the Clippers one. I feel like that's gonna be very underrated. I like with Zubac. That's a nice solid team together. I didn't like it, but I'm kind of interested in this Hawks trade, because it's like, what was the point of that? Did you see that Hawks trade?
Yeah, I just had that up. I missed it though.
Justin Holiday for Frank
Yeah,
Kaminsky to Houston for
yeah, for
Garrison
Garrison
Matthews.
Matthews and Bruno
Yeah, like
Fernando.
if that, I feel like you got bigger problems than that, but be it as they may, go ahead. That John Wall trade was interesting. Um, Pretty sure that's a buyout. I hope.
It better be a buy because I mean, literally,
Yeah.
you sent him. You didn't let him play for a whole year because he didn't fit that roster.
At
You
all.
buy him out, he leaves. You trade for him back to the same exact roster.
Mhm.
They're gonna buy. Has that ever happened before? Has the same team ever bought out a player in the same calendar year? It couldn't have happened. That's crazy, bro.
Bro. This is an interesting trade deadline. We was completely wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I thought it was gonna be quiet. It was far from quiet.
Well, and that's the thing. Once Kyrie trade went down, and then I already thought at that point, hey, there are going to be some teams to try to keep up at that point. But then KD going to Phoenix, I think it really made a lot of teams realize, all right, middle of the pack don't mean nothing no more. We got to try to rise above that. And you saw teams adjust currently. Yeah, listen,
get that memo at all.
Yeah, the Bulls. AK looked at that like, oh, all right, cool, we good. Don't even worry about it.
I bet I guarantee if the phone stopped ringing at 12.
Bro, if he even had once it came out that the Bulls skipped shoot around to walk up to do a walkthrough of a ballroom in a hotel, bro, I was like, these niggas ain't doing nothing, bro. They like they not trading nothing, bro. Like you playing, bro. You playing like, and that's why when everybody was like freaking, oh, the Knicks thing, I'm like, bro, they did a walkthrough of a whole. There's nothing to see at a hotel ballroom, bro.
Nothing. But chairs and lights.
And they probably drank some wine, bro. Once that happened, I was like, oh man, I'm not even tripping no more, bro. This team
at the mall right now.
This team
they at the mall laughing right now. Probably on going to Six Flags, wherever they at right now.
That's crazy, fam. What do you think about what Milwaukee did today? Getting Jay Crowder, who adds some toughness to that bench hugely. If he's healthy, what do you think?
That was real solid. That was real solid. See, I've been saying Jay Crowder is that player that puts you over the top. It's the one that you could just use him. He could make a team a way better. That was a perfect spot. That's a perfect spot for him to go. They play defense. They half court offense. Something he could thrive in. I like that.
Yeah. Wiseman. What do you think about Wiseman? The Wiseman trade. They finally move off that, sending him to Detroit. So they now have, correct me if I'm wrong, Jalen Duren, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman. Is Nerlens Noel still there too?
Maybe. I think so. Yeah. See, how you felt about the Bones trade is how I felt about that. I was sitting here like, bro, you shouldn't tell me I got to deal with him and Duren. Like, I got real personal about that because I always think Bulls first. I know we on NBA Central, but I always think Bulls first. I'm like, bro, these dudes finna get like 2 years. They finna get real. They finna grow into themselves, and we finna be sitting here finna get smacked because we weren't ready. We didn't prepare for nothing.
Bro, I've said that before too. It's like the Bucks are going to be the best at the Central Division for quite a while, but I tell you what, you look at the Cavs that already passed us up. Detroit got Detroit is a couple of those young players developing away from them looking at the Bulls and being like, we ain't worried about you old motherfuckers. Like,
for real. Yeah, a season or two away. Like, bro, they got a lot of. Oh, I forgot to mention Sadiq Bey to the Hawks. I like that.
Oh, I like that trade a lot too. Now, the thing I like about the Sadiq Bey trade, well, he's going to have to learn because keep in mind he's had the ball in his hands a lot in Detroit. He's going to have to learn how to play without the ball, and if he adjusts to that well, that's going to be a dangerous fitting in there for them.
For sure. And I think he can because when he came, as he started like developing in Detroit, he was really a spot up shooter for a long period of time. He was great at that role, but he started getting aggressive because of the opportunities. But yeah, he's definitely going to take a little backseat unless he take a jump over somebody. But that's, who knows?
Oh yeah, we can see on that one. I don't know how taking it.
I don't know. He one of those players. I feel like down the road we're gonna be like, that's low key a solid player. That's gonna he one of those solid players. Like, I'm not saying a star or maybe like a 1 or 2 time All-Star type player. Maybe
that's fair. I can see that. Another player that was heavily talked about in trade rumors that did not happen. The Toronto Raptors did nothing right along with the Bulls.
Nothing.
So as
That
much
was
as
shocking.
the Bulls and the Raptors, both in red and black, sitting there pointing at each other in the Spider-Man meme, like, hey, you didn't do shit either. All right, cool. like, I don't know how you can talk about like how that roster needed to be more balanced and things like that. And literally, almost every team that made a big trade was rumored to have made a call to Toronto, and they didn't do anything. You're now probably going to lose Fred VanVleet for nothing. You now have, I don't know how much the players are going to take that personal, but like you now move into another offseason where, yeah, you can try to move OG, you can try to move Pascal, you can do that thing, but it's like when you see all the picks that were moved today.
They did say they got dude from Spurs.
Yeah, they got Jakob Portal. So they did okay, there you go. They did at least add something. You're right. That puts them above the Bulls. That's a very solid addition. Yeah, very solid addition there, but like you didn't do anything to break up that monotony though. They have like 3 or 4 players that all are basically have the same makeup, same build, and while that's solid on the defensive side of the ball, their offense is really stagnated. And Jakob Porto, he's not like a player that stretches the floor, so you're still going to have that congestion a little bit. I love Podol. I would have loved for the Bulls to go after Podol, but I still worry about like what that makeup of that team is going to look like.
Yeah, that's a weird makeup team, especially with like I'm not worried about him being next to Pascal, but it's still like what that win you an extra game in the playoffs if you make it. Like that's all it does. Like you're not really shaking anything. You got to do like I thought at least Fred or Gary would be out. I didn't really expect Pascal or nobody like that, but I expected that. But they need to make another move. They was going the way they was talking. Like, yeah, you finna mess around, lose Fred for nothing. Like you should have
for nothing. Now that roster. So they got OG, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Jakob Porto. Combination of those players are going to be the 3, 4, and 5. Who do you think goes to the bench? Does Porto go to the bench, or do you put a different player on the bench?
Probably. Okay. I don't know. They might experience. I don't know. I will say they might put Scotty because I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's weird. Knowing they coach, it probably be Yak.
Yeah. Miami Heat. Did I miss anything? Miami Heat do anything at this trade deadline?
Nothing. I don't think.
So
wait. They got cash considerations for something.
Well, at least they got cash, bro. At least they did something.
Right. Yeah, they got cash consideration for something.
Shout out to them for the cash consideration. Oh, and they did trade Dwayne Dedmon to the Spurs. That's who they got. They sent him in the second round for cash consideration. So they did that. This trade deadline was bananas, bro. And unfortunately, same as last year, the Bulls sitting on outside looking in.
I'm almost used to it at this point. I really am because before the Alonzo, DeMar, like that was like the first time in 5 years we had like a noisy trade deadline like that. Or off season.
Yeah. The trade deadline before that when we got Vooch, and then the following off season when we got DeMar, got Lonzo. That was the first time in a while we've had that.
I thought we was gonna get Lonzo during that trade deadline because that's what led to the offseason one. So
listen, this trade deadline for basketball fans, we all win in this. And I think the competitiveness at the teams at the top, some of the teams at the middle get a little bit more competitive as well. And I do think we're gonna book me on this. This is gonna be the best overall playoffs from the play-in to the finals ever.
Facts. It's gonna be real fun.
Yeah, it's about to be fun. But let's go to the comments. Let's see how some of the users feeling on this one. Brandon L. Jet says, fuck AK. Listen. For sure. And Brandon L. Jet said that shit smooth as motherfucker too. Man, fuck AK. Oh, man, the ultimate rage. My brother says, we might as well stand pat and ride out the rest of the season. They're going to add some. There's going to be, make no mistakes about it. The Bulls will add a buyout player. It don't matter who. They're going to add somebody.
Who do you think?
So I think it's going to be Russ. I want it to be Wall. That's what I'll say.
I agree.
Yeah, I want it to be Wall, but I think it's going to be Russ. When you have the BD connection, things like that, I think it's going to be Russ.
I like that because I feel like they both can fit, but John is a better fit. And hopefully, if it is Russ, he's hoping to come off the bench because that's the only way I feel like it's going to work. That's the only way.
There's no, and I know some Bulls
Like-
fans think the opposite. There is no way that Russell Westbrook on this team works in the starting lineup unless the Bulls are trying to tank. If they start Russ, if they get Russ in the buyout and they announce he started, I'm like, oh, we tanking then, cool.
For sure. Wemby. Try to get Wemby.
Yeah,
Pray
try
for
to
Wemby.
get Wemby. Let's see. Ultimate Rage also says, I'm so glad we didn't make that trade with the Knicks. And I know we briefly touched on it. What did you think about that rumor trade with the Knicks?
Boy, I was gonna be hot. I was gonna be real like, bro. No, I didn't like it. What was it for Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, Quentin Grimes? I don't want that.
Now there was 3 first-round picks in that though. To me, if the Bulls would have done that deal, that would have signaled that we are going to go full rebuild. And I'm still glad they did. I was actually going to do a joke. So if the Bulls would have did that trade, I was going to change the logo, everything on the channel to New York Knicks Central just for a day to see how people freak out about it.
Hey, nah, they would have unsubscribed. You would have lost at least.
Bro, I would have lost at least 500 subscribers, bro. At least.
And some hate mail.
Oh,
but
bro,
that mail bag gonna be
I
full.
knew you wasn't no real Bulls fan. This motherfucker, like it would have been all that shit.
Red bastard,
Exactly.
Bad as hell. Nah.
You red bearded bitch, like all that shit, bro.
Oh, folks.
Brandon L. Jet would have sent me a video on the thing looking like, nigga, like now I gotta shoot you. I'm on my way to shoot you.
On some talent with the gun just in his lap, just.
Nigga, I would have been waking up, drop my kids off from the bus, walking my ass back to the house, and Brandon L. Jet would have been out standing outside my door, like, all right, you know we got to do this, right? You know we got to do this, right? I gotta shoot you.
Brandon just look like he's so apron. He just be in the tree somewhere, just.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't have saw it coming, bro. Niggas would have been like, hey man, we just saw the red bearded dude just fall. He was just walking and fell.
Gone. Haize is inactive for 5 months. What's going on?
Bro, they would have been like, Haize ain't posting no videos. He ain't talking no shit on Twitter. He ain't doing nothing. What happened? The nigga's in the hospital. That's where I'm at. Brandon took my ass out, bro.
You better instantly fuck off.
Get to the point says, plus clearance shopping in the buyout market won't help us. I disagree with that to a degree, but Steve, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think he's thinking of an overall. We wasn't winning no championships, so y'all get that out y'all head, because I know that's what most people. It's not gonna help to win us a championship, but it'll help us win more games for sure.
Yeah,
like that's all we trying to do is look better. That's all AK is looking forward to is just to look better. Like that's all.
Brandon L. Jet says, "I would have unsubscribed and said, nigga, you know you fucked up, right?" He would have said it too, like Stink Meaner off the Boondock. Nigga.
Yes, yeah, nigga.
This video definitely ain't getting monetized. Yeah. We screwed, bro. Hey. Black Prophet says Russ is not going to play for the Bulls. He will select a contender. I'm not going to say that's a foregone conclusion. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have a choice. I mean, the Clippers being interested does make it a little interesting there. Sure. Don't get me wrong. But they've made some moves to where it's like, all right, is Russ going to be really where they still go? So,
all right. That Bones thing changed a lot. Change a lot of things.
Bones changes a lot. So
I feel like they're willing to might play him and start him.
For sure. Jonathan Prince says, any thoughts on if we should have tried to take a swing at Cam Johnson from the Nets? The Portland pick, Kobe, and you got to throw in Tony Bradley just to get his ass up off here. I would have made that call immediately, but I do think that Brooklyn's going to really try to take a look at these young players from now to the end of the season, and they could still be available in the offseason for sure.
For sure. I like the Cam. I really like Cam. I might have gave up Alex for him. Honestly.
Considering that we're probably going to go after a point guard in the buyout too, I wouldn't have hated that. I wouldn't have hated that.
I feel like it's only a matter of time of Alex. It's not. Listen. I'm not saying I love Alex, but it's almost like Vooch. It's only a matter of time. Like DeMar, it's only a matter of time. So I'm already thinking ahead. Like I'm not really thinking like recently. I'm not thinking like that.
Yeah. Tay Allen says, Russ said that he wants to play for the Clippers in Miami if bought out. He also was the same rumor that said that him and the Bulls have mutual interest. So it's going to be a lot of things that you hear that are conflicting and stuff right now. Don't take everything for true. Yeah.
Trust me. Y'all say he ain't want it's Chicago. It's 3 major cities. He ain't tripping if he didn't go to either.
Yeah.
Like he don't want to be in Utah. That's the thing.
And keep in mind too that it's not a long-term deal. This deal is only going to be to the end of the season. So, Russ possibly could come in and think, hey, I'm going to go to Chicago. And if we get to a playoff run after I'm here and we get above 500, I can use that in my free agency talk to be like, remember, see how I helped turn Chicago around? So, yeah. Carlos asks, is the trade deadline over? Yeah, it's done, bro. We're past it. It's over with. Ain't no more chances.
30 minutes over.
Yeah, no more chances of no more trades happening. It ain't going down, bro. Get to the point says Cam Johnson for Alex is a deal I take too. Oh yeah, I'd take that deal. Now I'm not throwing in the Portland pick if that's the case.
Yeah, no.
I'm not throwing. I may give you a second,
up.
but yeah, I'm not giving you no picks in that case.
Straight up a second for sure.
Yeah. Shay in the building. Shay says, I'm not gonna lie, I would give up Goran Dragic if we did make a trade. Well, in what though? Like, keep in mind, Goran Dragic's contract is a vet minimum. So
it's not. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, get rid of him.
Yeah, if you're talking about buying out, if anybody's getting bought out, it's Tony Bradley. So
yeah.
This is the thing, Pat. What about Pat Bev? If he is bought out, I'll take a Pat Bev.
I'll take a Pat Bev.
I'll take a Pat Bev.
Kid talking about that because, bro, for one, I've been really crying for a goon this whole time, and we need the defense. Was one of the main things we needed.
Absolutely, and he's another player that will literally look Zach and DeMar in the face and be like, "Y'all playing like some bitches right now."
Some bitch right now. You shut your light skin up and go fuck. Come on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Pat would be like, "Hey, Zach, I'm about to take you on a ride with me through Chicago," and Zach will never be the same, bro. You he gonna have a face tattoo. We're not even gonna know who Zach would be.
Hey, random Wednesday night, this man at Washington Park hooping. What are you doing here, Zach? Get out of here, Zach.
Oh man,
rob you, Zach.
Oh, bro. Zach is absolutely bro. Listen here, fuck that. That nigga definitely getting robbed there. Brandon just says Pat Bev will shake up that locker room. That's for damn sure. I hadn't thought about it. I have not thought about it until now, since they just brought that up. But I'm not necessarily against that.
I'm not against it at all.
Yeah.
For the culture, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Now, Watt Slice says Pat Bev is trash, but he's a great teammate. I think how you use Pat, right? If you can't rely on his offense, but the things that he does great, defense, toughness, setting the tone, holding players accountable, those are all things we can definitely use.
Please, if y'all gonna say somebody trash, they can't have minutes. If he playing minutes, you can't be trash if you playing minutes. Like everybody can't score 40 points.
Yeah, that's true.
His specialty is defense. He's not trash.
Yeah. Patty Jackson with the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Says sign Rondo.
I said that last night. That's if it's any, because somebody in the Discord said something about Kemba. I was like, bro, if I'm signing any guard that's haven't been playing, it's Rondo.
Yeah,
he can play in any system. He can really play in any system. We don't need him to score, bro. I'm pretty sure that man can get up out of bed right now and lead us to a couple wins.
Well, yeah, the thing with his specialty and his skill set is that it's not based off offense. It's literally based off being able to operate the offense, playing solid defense, which can he still play that solid defense, and how much is that? And talking shit. That's what Rondo excels at. It's those three things, man.
He'll challenge Zach too.
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely would challenge Zach. Now, I'd say this though. I don't think Zach, he's going to strike the same fear in Zach that a Pat Bev would, because Pat's going to get it. Oh, and you know what? Another player. Pat Bev for Pat Williams. He's literally going to be like, "Come here, man. Do you know how much I would shoot if I was your size? Shoot the goddamn ball, Pat."
Bro, if I was those, I would be him. And he gonna show him. He gonna come out with that same camera, like, bro. You see these dunk games, bro. You see these. I done counted 4 dunks you done had. Do that every time you come to the hole.
Absolutely, bro. He had the camera like, "Do you see your calves on this, bro? Like, what? Why ain't you jumping? Did you not jump? Did you forget how to jump,
bro? Your head is at the rim when you get a rebound, dog. What is you on, folks?"
Yeah. And then don't let a smaller player get a rebound over Pat. When Pat Bev would be waiting for him at the bench, like,
bro, They would have been fighting after that Cleveland game.
Oh, 100% fact.
They would have, bro. How y'all let the smoke? We ain't getting into that. We ain't getting into that. Next question. Next comment.
All right, let's see. What's this? So, would you rather have Pat be who we go after or backup power forward like Kevin Love if he's bought out? I'm gonna say I'd rather a point guard than a player like Kevin Love, only because what we need from the power forward position is rebounding, which Kevin Love absolutely does bring, but he doesn't bring no shot blocking, no defense at all. To me, at that point, you might as well play Marko Simonovic.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. If he was getting Minnesota Kevin Love, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take that guard. I'll take that.
And to me, Kevin Love and Zach LaVine on the same team, they be talking about hair products and shit, and that's not what we need on this team, bro.
They wise to be friends. Nah.
Oh, yeah. They be hanging out. They be at restaurants together and Maggiano's and shit. We don't need none of that, bro.
For sure.
Yeah. Marv says Mo Bamba for Patrick Beverly. I think the deal is done. Yes, we talked about that deal. Yeah, that deal is done. Mo Bamba is on the Los Angeles Lakers. That's crazy, man.
Is that their biggest signing?
To
you?
I think so. I mean,
Rui.
No, Rui Hachimura. To me, Rui and Jared Vanderbilt, shit, and Mo Bamba. Like that's a young, long.
I forgot about
yeah.
Jared.
That's some long athletic forwards. That man, listen.
That playoff,
bro. I listen. I can't lie, bro. Like I keep saying it. The Lakers won this trade deadline, bro.
Bro, that playoffs for this playoffs for be busted. I'm excited. I'm ready for it to start now. Forget the All-Star game.
Oh shit! I did forget. They got D'Lo too. How the hell I forget about that? Like, bro, the Lakers absolutely won this trade deadline. And by trade deadline, I mean that they won from where they were before this trade deadline to now. They had the largest increase. We already knew the Suns were a damn good team, and they could, if everybody was healthy, go in the finals run. Of course, KD makes that a lot easier and a lot. But the Lakers were an afterthought. The Lakers were a joke. And now, even if they only make the play-in, they are still going to make things so much more interesting in the Western Conference.
Bro, it's going to be a dog fight every night in the West. A dog fight. Bro, I'm finna be watching. I'm finna be staying up late now. For real.
For sure, bro. And you do the NBA Central videos too.
I got you.
But all right, bro, we gotta get ready to wrap this up, bro. I gotta unfortunately it's middle of the day. I gotta get my black ass back to my actual job. Last thoughts on the trade deadline. Anything you want to share before we go, bro?
Hopefully that buyout market is nice to us. Follow me at StevO Speaks Everything.
We'll see, bro. We'll see. We got a game tonight. Still got a game tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. So I'll be here for the pregame, postgame, and halftime hangouts tonight. Jesus, bro. Over the last 48 hours, I've done 15 videos across the 4 different channels.
Man, he a working man.
I'm tired, bro.
He a working man.
On top of having 4 children, a full-time job, and 2 dogs. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired.
That man got a whole zoo over there. Man.
Yeah, man. It's wild, bro. But you can follow me at CEO Haize. You can follow the channel at Bull Central Pod and NBA Central Pod, the two. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to NBA Central as well, because we're killing it with the content over there. Everybody who sees the videos, click it. YouTube just isn't showing the videos to a lot of people yet. We're still trying to get in the algorithm. Like, bro, I saw it. We have a 20% click-through rate, but they have only shown the video to 180 people.
YouTube gotta do better, bro.
I need y'all to do better, bro. We got some fire content over on NBA Central, so make sure you guys subscribe over there. But that is it. I'll see you guys here for the pregame show, halftime hangout. Matter of fact, StevO, you got time to join me for the postgame show today?
I'll be there.
All right, StevO will be locked in for the postgame show. We out this mug. Peace, y'all.